What's the deal? Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal? How you feel? What's the deal? Where you at?
So y'all here? Y'all like inspiration? Y'all like motivation?
Denise Camille?
Y'all like ventilation?
Denise Camille?
Y'all know I gotta make up a few words here and there, but who y'all here with?
Ventilation and Denise Camille.
Under the act, but we not playing no games.
We're not into games. We don't like Sega, PlayStation, or Xbox.
So y'all here with Dilate the Dialogue with Denise Camille.
Dilate the dialogue.
We gotta open up, not them legs, but the mind.
Denise Camille.
Cause I know y'all trying to find y'all strength.
Denise Camille.
Intertwined with the life of me.
Denise Camille.
Greetings, y'all. Greetings. Y'all heard another episode of Dialogue with the one and only Denise Camille. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? It's another day. I'm grateful. Gratitude is up in the sky today, right? I'm grateful just to be able to be here, to be able to have dialogue with y'all, right? As we dilate to dialogue, we got to open up what? Not them legs, but the minds, right? As we find the strength of ourselves within our timelines, our temples, right? I'm so humbled to be here. This is another episode, right? Dilate to Dialogue with the one and only. Thank y'all for sticking with me, for following, for listening. Thank y'all for just being you. You know, give yourself credit. It was asking me to give yourself a hug, a pat on the back. I got this little raccoon tail going on over here. I'm looking like, okay, right? And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that life continues to move, continues to grow, continues to show itself true. It's always faithful. What's that saying in Christianity? He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it, right? Be faithful to yourself. Be faithful to complete your work, right? Be faithful. Be faithful. How y'all doing? Y'all know I am I am Denise Camille. Y'all check out my products and services. I talk about my hair care line. I have a skincare line and some body massage oils for those in the aesthetics and the skincare, energy work. Y'all check out as a Black author. Bam! Urban Life with Love, y'all. 5 languages we speak. Again, I'm also an urban love therapist. I counsel couples and individuals with anxiety, children 10 and up. Spiritual practitioner, that's what I do. I enjoy it. I've been doing it for over 8 years now. And it's a thing of beauty because I love to see progress in life as a human being. We love to progress, right? You got to trust the process, trust the journey of it. Yes, Urban Life with Love, y'all. It's a book where it allows you to assess your therapy from your perspective. You pen and paper it. Ain't nobody giving you the words, anybody feeding you the words, and nobody saying, just say this. Oh, this how you feel? No, you write down how you feel. You assess how you feel, right? That's Urban Life with Love. And then we have y'all check out my ebook, Nurturing the Soul, the 10 Quick Step Guide to Connecting Self and Spirituality. Check that out. Y'all check out my initial baby, Justice for the Caged Mind, y'all. Bam, I have her in spiral form. This is my copy because I work it through the coursework, the emotional goal coaching, Justice for the Caged Mind. Let's free that mind, right? Like En Vogue used to say, free your mind and the rest will follow. Right, we're not going to sing the whole song yet. You understand what I'm saying. So I was going to go to that topic, okay. Y'all also check out my deck, the self-awareness deck. On every card, it has, different topics. And I usually get these topics for the podcast because they're topics that came to me on so many moons ago. And they were just coming. I'll be driving. I'm like, oh, let me write that one down. And I also, if you check out my old platform of Instagram, that's where I have all my other 500 quotes that just kept coming. It just kept coming. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with one of the quotes today, just because I feel like let's get there. right? Let's get there. Hopefully all is well in your land. Hopefully all is well. Thank y'all for patience. Thank y'all for patience. I'm trying to find something. I'm attempting to find something that's not on that concept. I feel like it keeps coming. Let's go with, oh, these are all really good. I'm telling y'all, these are all really good. Okay. And that's why we take that quick 2-second break. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. That's how I don't get any more interruptions, right? Okay. If I can't find, okay. Spirit found one really quickly. Today's topic, when did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? Excuse me. When did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? I think realize is too much of the easier version. I would say, when did you take heed to your healthy being unhealthy? And of course, we're going to go into a quick definition of healthy and unhealthy. And they seem so simple, yet they might be different. So healthy is in good health. Okay, so let's go back to health. Define health. Health is the state of being free. I feel like a message coming on. A preacher. The only one who could have a teacher was the daughter of a preacher man. Okay, yes, I was a PK kid for a little bit. So health is the state of being free from illness or injury. You know, my eyes almost deceived me, and then I know, was it a Freud slip? Is when your mouth sees or says something that you didn't mean to say. You know, I wonder if there's like a vision slip, because I know there's certain things I see, and I'm like, I know. So the definition was the state of being free from illness or injury. What my eyes saw was the state of being free from illness or perjury. Ooh. I don't know where all these gnats are coming from. There's a lot of monitoring spirits coming around, but come on, join the crowd. Y'all want to say something? Go into the microphone. Say what you got to say, because ain't nobody will listen outside of here anyway, right? Okay. Perjury, right? That was my slip. Yet I want to define perjury just to get to that. The offense of willfully telling an untruth in a court after having taken an oath of affirmation. Okay. Again, that's what I saw. When did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? The offense of willfully telling an untruth in a court after having taken an oath or affirmation. So, okay, my mind wanted to go there, so I went with it, right? So, health, what did we say health was? Define health was the state of being free from illness or perjury. And was defined unhealth. So clearly, you're not free. Harmful to health. So harmful to being free from injury or illness, right? Yep. The state of being free. Okay. I got something. I feel like I'm in improv class. Like, okay, I got it. Right? Let me light some Palo Santo. Let me clear the air, because clearly these gnats, I don't know where they're coming from, but we're going to get rid of them, right? We're going to get rid of them. So, when did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? I think we have to determine what made us think that there's a difference between healthy and unhealthy, and what part of our living made us want to live in that healthy way. Or how did we get to that place of calling it healthy and then realizing it was unhealthy? right? Which is what the topic is. So I know I can give my perfect example of why that statement came about, and when I actually took action to making the unhealthy healthy. So the state of being free is healthy, right? Most times we live in a place where we think we're in a state of being free, yet are we really free? Are we doing what we as an individual are desiring? Sorry, these earrings are getting to me today. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot going on. We're going to stay focused though. When did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? Having to face the fact of life moves us in different places, right? And sometimes the decisions we're making are based on either the future or what the present looks like right now in the 3D, or the past of who we want to make sure we don't do like, or we do just like because that worked for them, you know? So when did we realize our healthy was unhealthy? Having to know that sometimes when we live our life as human beings, we're living it for somebody else, right? Sometimes we think that if we can just appease our parents, our lives would be in a better place, right? Or if we can just appease our partners or our friends, our life will be in a better place. We'll get the well done, right? We think we'll get the well done because that's what we feel that we need to validate our value as human beings, right? Yet at some point in our lives, we have to realize and stop and say, hey, wait a minute. Who am I living this life for? Who is this life in charge of? Is it in charge of, am I in charge of this life? Or am I just the vessel for somebody else who's driving the vehicle of this life? Because clearly what I'm doing is not appropriate for living in this life. Do you understand? Are y'all following me? So when you ask yourself, what does it mean? When did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? When did you do the three things? When did you take a chance to make a choice to be the change? And again, that's not my quote. When did you take a chance to make a choice to be the change, to realize that your healthy was unhealthy, right? I can even go with weight, WEIGHT. And I always say that weight is never really weight. It's actually the burdens, the heaviness of somebody else's lifestyle that we're carrying. Most times, children that are overweight are taking on the burdens of their parents' stress factors, their emotions. As kids, you remember, you took on the stress. I know I was a worrywart. Like I went from a worrier to a warrior. That was in the midst of me realizing my healthy was unhealthy when I was in a 17-year relationship, a marriage that wasn't healthy. And for me, I knew it. The intuition told me, yet I wasn't applying my discernment. We're not going to go there today. We're going to go back to when did you realize your healthy was unhealthy, right? We're having to get to a place of checking ourselves. Most times if you have children, your children are going to pull your cards like, mom, dad, what? I remember my son, he was 5 years old. And I guess he was doing different vocabulary words. And the one word he learned this 1 week was hypocrite. Y'all know where I'm going with this. So he knew what it was. Like when you say something, yet you don't actually do it. You don't mean what you say. So he was calling us, his dad and I, hypocrites like all week that week. He's like, Mom, that's being a hypocrite. You said, you said, right. Okay. Yet having to know what that looks like for you as a human being when your healthy is unhealthy, right? When your teachings are now being retaught to you, that's a form of being healthy and unhealthy. Yet, for me, my biggest checkpoint in my life was when did I realize my healthy was unhealthy, even though I'd been saying it for years, was when I finally walked into the family law office to file for divorce. And I remember standing there in front of the woman, I said, I think she asked, I don't know, she asked, like, what's the reason? And I said, when you realize you're healthy was unhealthy for all these years, your life has been a lie. This is not you. This is not the style of life you choose to live and die in. This is not the place of peace. It's not. It's not the place of abundance, not the place of joy, none of that, right? Yet having to know, and again, this is my story. Everyone's story is different, yet having to know there's some part of your life that you're calling it healthy, and it's unhealthy. Right? And I mean, I can stop here with the podcast. I'm not. Yet, I feel like I've been doing altar calls. I just come on up, give it all to... No, we're not doing that. We don't even promote religion, nothing like that. I'm going to push you right back to the water, like drown yourself in the toilet bowl a little bit more until you get to that point you find out when healthy is unhealthy. Stop playing, right? Get yourself there. Get yourself there. Get yourself to a place where you can see, hey, let me check myself. Let me go around. Let me audit my life and see what parts of my life is unhealthy that I'm lying to myself and calling it healthy. When am I going to realize that some things that I'm a part of are not in my best interest, are not in the vitality of my value, right? When am I going to see that this needs to be healed and I need to be able to reveal what this looks like for me on any other avenue of my life? When is that going to happen? And I know most times I think when I say when, I think in the barbershop, the fellas be like, Denise, why are you always asking us when? We don't know when. We don't know when. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm thinking hypothetically or perspective. What does that look like? To me, a when is a what. What does that look like when you can search within yourself and see, hey, I have to do the work. Y'all know I'm big on healing. I'm big on it. I can't tell you what I ain't been through. And I know everybody's healing process is different. My perspective on it is taking that time to free your mind. Free your mind, having to unlearn. That's just like basic saying, when did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? Realizing that your lack of produced no fruit. It could be your lack of boundaries. It could be your lack of voice, speaking your mind. It could be your lack of a schedule, time management. It could be a lack of any of those things and more that produced no real crops to harvest because there's nothing to show for it. Why? Because there's no health. There's no freeness of the mind. The mind has been imprisoned by yourself. You have imprisoned your mind, whether it be lack of time, lack of boundaries, lack of speaking your truth, lack of finding out what's best for you because you've been living under somebody else's umbrella of what they call life. And they're so miserable. Y'all know misery loves company. So when are you going to realize that your unhealthy patterns weren't healthy? You called them healthy because you were used to doing them. So it was a pattern, yet is the pattern controlled by you? Can the pattern be changed? Or is the behavior stuck in your way so bad that you can't get out because you think there's no way out? Get yourself to a mindset of wanting to identify those 3 things that you can control. This like 3 must be the number of the day. I don't even know. The 3 things you can control are your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions. You want to get to that place of being in a place of checking in, checking yourself. You know, Ice Cube way back when said, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And that's that healthy to unhealthy. Checking yourself, checking those unhealthy parts because you don't want to wreck yourself. You rather be in a healthy space so you can see, hey, maybe I do need to walk for 10 minutes a day. Maybe I do need to go swim for 30 minutes a day. Maybe I do need to get myself in a regimen that can get me to a healthy place so I can live longer. And the 2 main things that really go hand in hand, well, I should say 3, and they equate to 1, your mind, your mental, your emotional, and your physical. And then that equates to spiritual, right? So it's like the 3 balanced to 1. It's like the triangle. There we go with that 3 again. 3, 3, 3. Okay, mind, body, spirit. Okay, let's get it together, y'all. When did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? And that speaks loud on every level for every individual in this life. When did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? Come on, somebody. We got to talk about these things because we have to get to the root issues. When did you realize your healthy was unhealthy? When? What's it going to take? Right? Let's get there. Let's talk about it. I'm glad we got through this. And I'm looking at the time like, oh, that was quick. I feel like I just got started. Yet, I've been a stickler for time these last couple of years. Maybe it's a different genes in me. I don't even know. I'm grateful. This has been another episode of Dilates and Dialogue with the one and only Denise Camille. I implore you, please reach out, leave a comment, leave a question. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a dialogue. Let's open up these minds. It is not illegal yet to think. Let's keep going, y'all. I'm grateful. Y'all take care. All right. Hey.